Hey everybody, it's Brian McCarthy with Story Residential in Hoboken. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday or whatever day it is that you're watching this. Right now it is 3 p.m. on Friday, September 17th. I'm going to do my weekly, or this is a continuation of my weekly market check-in. We're going to do three quick market check-ins today: Hoboken, Hudson County, and Manhattan, because their market obviously affects ours. And there's some interesting things going on there as well. So without further ado, I am going to share my screen and we can get started. All right, so let's start with Hudson County. So this is just a quick snapshot of what's happened in the past 24 hours. All of Hudson County. So this is today, 17th. We have new properties for sale all across the board: condos, one families, co-ops, multifamilies, up to 4-family residential. 18 new with an average asking price of almost 800,000. So we are creeping up there for sure. We're either the first or second priciest county in North Jersey. We usually fluctuate between Hudson County and Bergen County. Average square foot of all this is 1,253. A lot of times these multifamilies, sometimes you don't get average or price per square foot in here, but still interesting to look at. Couple properties with price changes in the past 24 hours. Hudson County as a whole. Listing price average here, the price drop is 668,000. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, about 11 or 12 properties that had a price change in all of Hudson County. Compared to our, days on market is 40 for those. So yeah, you can see, I mean, what you can take away from this is after about 40 days, at least from the past 24 hours, is the average for things that are getting price dropped. That makes sense. I think the average days on market in Hudson County right now, the last time I checked, was about 31. So people are keeping a good eye on that. If your property's going over the average days on market, they're thinking about a price drop, which is always good if you were a seller. So new under contract here. Average contract price or asking price going into contract, 650, almost 650,000. After 53 days on the market, compared to what did we have up here? Between 13 and 70, so 57 new properties on the market, and 91 through 118, almost 30 going under contract. That's great. Sold past 24 hours, average listed price to sale price here off by quite a bit. Usually we see less than maybe 3%, especially in the past quarter. It's been about 1%, but in Hudson County here, do some quick math. 567. So 93.5% of the listing price accepted here for things that sold in the past 24 hours. That's interesting. Let's go to Hoboken condos in the past week. 45 new listings. 42 of those are new, brand new. 2 of them are back on the market. 15 price reductions in the past week. So a third compared to the new listings have had a price reduction. No price increases. 15 for a price reduction out of 45 new. Not necessarily that 15 of the new had a price reduction in the past week, but comparatively 45 new and 15 having price reduction. Good opportunities for buyers around here. That means stuff that's priced well is selling, and the things that aren't are sitting around, and you need to correct that. We're going to combine these two numbers, 7 and 12, so 19 under contract and 10 sold in Hoboken. And let's shift over here. So this is an email I get from some brokers in the city that I like, some really good stats here. So Right at the top, amid a decline in signed contracts, Manhattan sees the highest percentage of new development units signed. Um, that unsurprisingly, kind of like the rest of the country, there's a huge demand for new development right now, and developers are having a hard time matching that demand. But things that are brand new are getting sold pretty quickly. So this past week, actually, this is, up till 5 days ago, September 6th through the 12th, 141 contracts signed in Manhattan. That's down for this average right now. 37 of those were new development. 104 were resale. Total contract volume is up. So that's telling me, obviously, with new development usually is going to be a little pricier. So even though the number of contracts was signed, the volume, or the dollar amount total, actually went up because a lot of these are more expensive. Most expensive contract signed, 32 million, not bad. And off of the week before, we're only down almost 2% for the average percent off of the ask price for that week. And 331 new listings, which is actually up from the period before. So average contract signed per week, Q2, pretty much across the country, that's the hot quarter, excuse me. No different in Manhattan. All these averages are down, as we saw from the previous week. Total contract volume, the only thing that's up here is the contract volume versus the previous week. Compared to these other weekly averages, we are down. I like this little breakout here by month. Like they said, Q2, these are the hot ones, 300, 300, almost 300 here. Average daily quarter, 305, up from the yearly average. And this is kind of a cool breakdown of contracts signed by price point. If you look in Hudson County, you would have to break out the 0 to $1 million into a lot more specific. I would usually do like 0 to 250, 251 to 5, or 499, 500 to $750,000, and then 776 up to $1 million, or 77.5 and $1. Manhattan's pricey enough where just 0 to $1 million is its own category. 9 of those are new developments. Most of them were in the $1 to $2 million mark. But this 1 to 2 million accounted for more than half of the contract signed, and then another big group here at the $3 to $5 million mark. And most of those are actually resales compared to the new developments. Again, I always find those stats kind of interesting. I feel like a lot of the customers that we have right now that are buyers, especially in our Gold Coast market, are coming from Manhattan. They're looking for some savings on this side of the Hudson, which you can definitely get. Obviously, we were looking at those price breakdowns, but certainly a lot of activity in Manhattan still. It's not dead like people thought it was going to be at the beginning or halfway through the pandemic. There is still a healthy market there, but you may have missed the lowest point if you're looking in Manhattan at this point. So anyway, hope that was helpful. I'm going to do another midweek video next week. I had a really good talk with the lender, the guys at Bond Street Mortgage at our office meeting earlier this week, and we had some really good ideas about competing in a multiple offer situation. And if you're looking right now, especially in like the suburbs where it's still a really hot market, what we can do about waiving appraisals and how it's really not that big of a deal if you have the right lender and you have enough money to put down. So I want to get into that. It's kind of its own discussion. I don't want to take up too much time today, but look out for that video coming out next week in my other newsletter. But I hope everyone has a great weekend or a great day wherever you are looking at this. And thanks for tuning into the check-in, and I will see you next time. Take care.